Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. And I've got another charity shop haul. And there's a, I might have a little antique. I went into an antique shop as well. So this is my local charity shop, and we had a little trip to Haworth and Hebden Bridge last weekend, although when this is being shown it'll be a couple of weeks ago. And so this is like everything that I brought on my travels, and I then went to the charity shop the day after, met a friend, hi Vicky, and yeah, and I got a few bits. So let me show you what I got. So I'll sort of scooch these things out of the way. So I did go to the charity shop the day before we went to Haworth, and I saw this. Those of you who don't know, Haworth is where the Brontes lived. The Bronte sisters lived. Their dad was the vicar, and they lived in the parsonage, it was called, right next to the church at the top of the hill in Haworth. It's a massive hill. If you've never been, it's a massive hill. And so the day before we were going, my local charity shop, I walked in and there is a copy of Charlotte Bronte's Villette, and I just went, that's just really spooky, and I really need to buy it because we're going. So, and I knew instantly that this was an old book, and it was my cut-off page price as well. And this is from 1891. It's a little bit battered, but that's never bothered me at all. I like it. So, and it's got hundreds of pages. These old books always have hundreds and hundreds of pages because the paper's quite thin. So 496, and then this lovely end page. And I love this style of cover as well. So I will be taking it apart. That's just how I roll. And funny, we went for lunch, and so everything in Haworth is like named after the Brontes in some way, shape or form. And so we ate lunch in this little cafe called Villette. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I don't know. Do I care? Not really. Oh, they had the best chips. The best chips. I had cheese and onion pasty and chips. And you can have it with gravy because it's Yorkshire, but I didn't because they were rank. But I had it with mayonnaise. So yeah, so that was the first thing I got. And then also in Hebden Bridge, went into an antique shop, went into a couple of antique shops. So they had upstairs, they had a load of broken books. As you can see, there's no spine, it's falling apart. Some of them were separated from their covers and that, and they didn't really have a price on it. This one didn't have a price on it either, but it had what looked like a price on the inside cover. So I thought, oh, I'll take this down. So I went down anyway. I ended up paying a £5 for it, which I didn't mind too much. It's from 1824, and it's just a maths course book. But for me, it's not about what it's about. It's about what the pages look like, and they just feel so old, and you know, the ripped edges. I love it. Yeah. Now, I just watched last night in bed my friend Juanette from Juanette's Crafty Corner, and she was showing some of the old things that she's got, and she says with really old books, if you fold it and it don't crack, you know you're all right, and it don't crack, because some old books are quite fragile, but this one isn't. I mean, I don't know if this is what they call rag paper, no idea, but I loved it. And we got some mathematical bits in it, and yeah. I said to the woman, she said, oh, they're all falling apart. She said, oh, there's anything you fancy, just pick it up and bring it down and we'll give you a price. But it's like, no, because what if I go down and you go 25 quid, which I'd never pay? Then I'm not, you know, I'm not going to do it. So I just bought that one. just bought that one. And I did go into another antique shop whilst there, and I got these cabinet cards, and of course I was really excited by the fact that it had a brown paper bag. That's always a bonus. Yeah, these are all £1 each, so I thought she was quite cute. They had loads of them. They were all £1 each, whether they were big ones or small ones. They were all £1 each. So when I'm choosing things like this, I go for the quality of the photo, because some of them are quite faded. So although she's a little bit faded around her head there, she's got her beautiful clothes. Some of these are from France, and some of them are from Blackpool, like this one. Loved that one. That's so cool. And a nice gentleman there. But the other thing I look for is what's on the back. I mean, look at that. How beautiful is that? I just love it. And that one from Blackpool. Don't say it like that, Jess. I know, but you know, that's the way it is. So yeah, that's another one that's very lovely. And that one. And that one. Just gorgeous. And then that one. So there were some others that were really nice pictures, but then the back was plain, and it's like, I'm only going to buy so many, so I'm going to get the ones with the nice backs, because they're just gorgeous. So yeah, I got them. And then I got how many did I buy? 1, 2, 3, 4. I bought 6. That was a bit restrained of you, Jess. I know. Then the reason why I was restrained was something I've not shown you yet, but I bought quite a lot of cabinet cards recently from eBay. Now let me show you the other thing I got. No, I'll bring that on last. I got another thing from the antique shop, but it's huge. So I got this from a charity shop. It's Regency England. Yeah, I did pay £3 for it. I really like the cover. It's got this stripe, but you can feel it. It's ridged, and it's cloth. So I thought I could use that cover for something as well. It's not an old book, but I bought it for the pictures. So there's loads and loads of lovely pictures, and I thought, you know, I fancy doing a Jane Austen sort of Bridgerton style sort of journal. And so these are all Regency pictures, which are, you know, the right era. So I thought these would go really well to illustrate the journal. That was my thought. So every single page you turn and there's a picture, and it's not back to back, so I can use every single one of these pictures if I choose to. So that is why I paid £3 for this, because there was so many lovely pictures. I pay less. I've bought books with less pictures, so for value for money of £1 a picture. Love these. How gorgeous are these? So these are all like, these could be journaling cards, you know, those ones cut down. But yeah, just stunning. And it goes on. So many. So that's why I bought that. That's why you came home with me. What have I got here? Oh yeah, this was from Haworth as well. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So this was from Haworth as well. Nice big paper bag. Always like them. So I got, this is the Bronte's home. And so you got given this as you walk through the door, and it's just a little timeline of the Brontes. And then there's little bits on the other side. And they asked us if we went in, do you want one, or do you want, you know, two? Do you want one each? And Ed went, oh, we'll just have the one. And I went, no, we won't. will have 2 because it's double-sided and I want to be able to use both sides. So we got 2. And then we went in the church and they had all these postcards, which, if I'm going to do a Bronte journal, I thought these, I'd probably tea dye them, but these would, so we've got the 3 sisters and Branwell, their brother. There were more of the Brontes, but some of them died, unfortunately. Well, they all died, didn't they, eventually? Branwell, troubled soul, but you can see that these died in the same year. She died a year later, and she a few years after, but he survived them all. So he buried every single one of his children and his wife. Very sad, very sad. So yeah, there they all are. I thought, yeah, I thought even if I just make a memory of our wonderful weekend away, that was worth it. So I kept that was the cafe we went into. There we go. I had cheesy pasta with beans. That was the parking ticket. I just kept everything, and this made me laugh. So halfway down the hill was this record shop. Ed likes records and CDs and things, and I was waiting for him outside because I'd gone into a charity shop, and oh no, I'd gone into a crafty shop. I wanted to buy James a mushroom, and a ceramic mushroom, not one you eat, because that would be weird. And I saw this picture in the window, and we went in, and it's kind of the record shop sign, and so I said, "Do you sell any postcards of it?" And I just loved it. Never mind the Brontes. So it's a bit of play on the Never Mind the Buzzcocks, you know, God Save the Queen sort of album that they did, and it's I think it's Charlotte Bronte in it behind there, and yeah, loved it. So I had to have it. So yeah, that's another thing to go in the journal. So that was everything from that, and then I went shopping in the charity shop the next day. Met a friend, Vicky, and we went into my favourite vintage shop, and I got some goodies from the vintage shop. I was so excited. So excited. So I got a nice wooden cotton reel there. I've got another one of these. I said, oh, I've got another one of these knocking around my desk that I haven't put away, and I hadn't realised that this one's much bigger than that one. How cool is that? Now, we went into a little antique shop not far from where we were staying, and they had cotton reels a little bit bigger than this, that they would use in industry on the big looms. And I went, oh, they'd be nice with a bit of lace wrapped around them. £5 each she wanted, which actually, I then looked on eBay, and it wasn't a bad price really for them. But, well, 80p's better, much better. Peel you off and hope you don't take the label off. Oh, you have. Not you go that way though. There, marvellous. So, that's my little cotton reel. Love it. Don't know why I get them, but they're just pretty. And then they had a set of these, so I got some and Vicky got the others. And they're just, I thought if I'm to do a sewing journal, they'll just be so nice to pop in a sewing journal. So 50p, can't go wrong, can you? So I just picked 3, and I think Vicky got the other 3 that were there, but they're all different, so I wanted the different shapes. But how lovely are those? I love them. And then they just got in a load of postcards as well. So there was it was a suitcase full of postcards. So we stood and went through these postcards, and the guy was there looking at us going, You'll be there forever. And we went, it's fine, we've got plenty of time. So these were, oh, and I think that one was in. So this was all in the postcard thing, 10p each, 10p each. And this one, well, it had me on the envelope. But then inside there was 1, 2, 3, 4 postcards. That was 10p. 10p. But for me, I wanted the envelope. A bit upset by that person there who's written on the back in what looks like a thick crayon. But yeah, liked it. That's just half an envelope. But I liked it. So I thought for 10p, I'm having it. So yeah, so I went through a pile and I had a reject pile, and then Vicky went through and she had a reject pile. And so when we'd finished, we then looked at each other's reject piles. And yeah, so a bit of damage there, but I just liked the picture. It was nice. And I've got bits of writing on the back. I thought that was quite different. It's Venice. I've been to Venice, and so I just liked it. I mean, it's 1938, so it's fairly old. But yeah, like that. So these ones. So I was going through and I was looking at places that I'd been, was kind of the criteria that was going in my head. So this is from Exeter, and I lived in Exeter for nearly 4 years. I trained to be a nurse in Exeter, and that's where I met Ed. So it's quite sentimental, Exeter, for us. And I also was looking at old things. It's 1928. So yeah, this was telling them that it arrived quite safely. So yeah, that's why I went for the Exeter one. There we've got Scarborough. So Scarborough's not, you know, it's a seaside town. I mean, it'd take an hour and a half probably to get there from here, but we, you know, we used to take the kids to Scarborough. So that's another one I wanted, and that's from 1912. This is Whitby. Love Whitby. Again, we're an hour and a half so up the road, but it is somewhere that we, you know, visit fairly regularly. Scunthorpe. I'm not sure that I've ever been to Scunthorpe, but I've passed close by it as I go up north to Alnwick, and I just liked the way that that postcard had 3 pictures, and it was quite old, 1908. So yeah, Donny, as we call it, Doncaster. Been to Donny quite a bit. So yeah, again 1920, I think, something like that. I like that one because it was Christmas, so I could bung that in a Christmas journal. Again 1927 from Marjorie, and that is Bath. Been to Bath a few times, and that's the Roman baths. They still pretty much look like that. And this was 1932, and I just really liked that picture. I just thought it was cute. Picture of those 3 children, nothing else on the back. It was just really nice, so I got them. And then we moved over to the hamper that's full of stamps and things, and so it was like, it said every stamp is 10p, but then they had all these envelopes, and I went, are the envelopes 10p as well? And they went, yeah. So I was like, oh, just my postage journal is just, you know, I'm just so excited now, and this is going to give me the impetus to, you know, get it finished. Now I've got all these wonderful sort of envelopes to use in it. So yeah, I say I sort of was holding back the first time I went in there, and I just bought, like, it was about 5, wasn't it? But yeah, I just went in and filled my boots for 10p each. So again, they're all going to Woodward, Governor and Co. Don't know what it means. So that one, so this one's sealed, and you can feel there's card in there. Sometimes if they're like first day covers, that the card inside tells you a little bit about what's on the front. Sometimes they're just plain cards, but just really nice, really nice. I didn't care where they were from. I just liked the I mean, this is from Russia. From Russia with love. That were a Bond movie, weren't it? Yeah, I just liked the stamps, and you know, and it's just something a little bit different. I loved that. Like that because it's sort of like quite faded and old looking. That was a nice little touch there as well, and a bird. That, how many stamps can you fit on an envelope? Well, quite a lot really. It looks like. So yeah, Vicky got loads as well. It wasn't just me. I don't think the bloke, he was just gobsmacked at these two women going through and just buying loads of used envelopes and postcards. But I like that Christmassy one. That's cool. I like these. I just love the shape of that. Just really odd, and you can feel again there's something in that envelope. It is sealed. And that, Vicky gave out, she went, loads of stamps on that, Jez. Loads. So yeah, I went, how cool is that? I love that. So that were them. Very exciting. And then I picked up some buttons. I recently bought buttons like this, so I didn't need them, but I picked them up again. They're quite golden shiny, so these need to be, I need to chuck a load of alcohol ink at them to age them a bit. But they just had some really nice patterns on them. So that one's all right as is. I don't have to do much with that one. But with these, if I grab a book, I can't grab a book because it's piled delicately. There we go, managed to get it without crafty lunch. So if you attach a button to that one's quite tall. She told me what it was. I said with a sticky up bit. She went in and she said what it was called, but I can't remember what it was. But if I sort of stuck a bit of ribbon down there, sewed this to the ribbon before I stuck it down. So stick a bit of ribbon, or grab a bit of ribbon, Jess. So sew this to the ribbon, then stick it down all the way round, and then you'd have a bit of extra come in and then just wind it round. And you've got closure, nice simple closure with buttons like this that's sticky up. So, but as I say, those ones aren't too bad, but these ones that are really shiny, they need some alcohol ink on them to make them look less shiny. But yeah, always on the lookout for these. And oh, that one's pretty. I say there were some really, really pretty ones. So that's why I got those. I'm going to pop them back in there, and I'm going to put them to one side so that I know they need discolouring. I've got my little pot. I'll do it in nearby. So let's just chuck them there. And then the other thing I got was these. So they sell paper, and they're 10 sheets for 95p. So they had this vellum, so I grabbed some. So there's this red stripy vellum, green stripy vellum. I thought they'd be good for Christmas. Then I got a bit of a rainbow vellum, a plain vellum, a dark green vellum, this one with different like silver swirls on it. And then I got these. Now this is, it's not acetate, or it might be, but it's thicker and a bit bendier and softer. So I thought, oh, they'll be useful. I'll find a use for these like window sheets things. And then, oh yeah, so I bought James a ceramic mushroom. She said, is it for a present? I said, yeah. So so it was wrapped in this tissue, and then she put it in a brown bag. So I gave the present to James and I went, I want that back. And then the last thing I got, I'm going to bring it to you now. I'll just put that there whilst I grab the rest of it. I got a Bible. It's falling apart. I got the Comprehensive Family Bible. There is a year in it, in the front, in Roman numerals. I looked it up. I think it was 1860, this Bible, but it's falling apart. The back cover and the front cover are detached, and that's the spine. But check this out. £12 Bible for restoration. And I was like, I'm having that Bible. £12. And the thing is, I've got another Bible like this, which I got for my birthday last year from my mother-in-law, and that's really well preserved, and everything's intact, and it's got the big buckles to close it, you know, sort of on it. And it's like, I'm never going to cut that up. But this one's falling apart, so it's like I can cut this one up. And look at the size of the cover. Let me measure it for you. It is over 14 inches, and that is like 10 inches wide. So I had a thought that, I mean, it's a bit of wood. That's what it is. That's a bit of wood covered in leather. So I thought, I'm gonna get it chopped in half, and then that would be 2 journals. Not 2 journals, 2 covers. So that would be one journal cover, and I think that would make a lovely journal cover. And I did think about lobbing it down lengthwise and make a tall skinny journal out of it. It'd be very tall. Or cut it into 4 and have 2 smaller journals from this. I just think that's a fabulous use for it. And look at this. That's just wonderful. This beautiful colour there. Really like that. So that'll be a nice inside. I wouldn't cover that if that was going to be the inside of my cover. I'd just leave it like that. And this is practically in half, and I thought that would make 2 covers. Well, you know, a front and back cover, or a front cover, and I put something plain on the back. But they're just lovely, and it was blooming heavy to carry as well. And just look at these lovely pages. So let me just find. So they've got pictures in them. There we've got a map of the ancient world. Thought that was cool. And I'm assuming with it being 1860 that they're all out of copyright. So I can scan these, and because things falling apart, I don't mind taking it apart. So that'll give me a better scan. I tried. I couldn't scan the other book because it's too big to put on my scanner. Whereas if I take the pages out, then I can. And I just love these pictures. And what I was excited about, so there's loads of them, I'm not going to show you them all, but if we go to the middle of the Bible, where it goes from the New Testament to the Old Testament, there it is. You've got your family register bit. So this has been filled in pencil. I don't know if it's been filmed in after the fact or at the time, but there are different handwriting in here. That is, and fabulous pictures here, absolutely fantastic. So I am very, very happy with my little purchase for £12. So that's the haul that I've got this time. Okay, thanks for joining me. and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye for now.